I'm considering recording another video, but this time I'm going to not make the mistake of just like playing the game and trying to let the game entertain me. Because let's face it, I no longer derive any joy from this game. So instead, I'm going to watch a video. I was watching an Among Us video, but it requires too much attention. I need something that's like more audio stimulation. So I was thinking I'll watch this video I was watching earlier, where it's Hassan watching Tucker Carlson um, interview Ted Cruz.
Different, don't you think? Yeah, it's like Labubu's are Labubus are a pervasive influence. Labubus have a pervasive influence, a stranglehold on the American population. It's the
There we
Chinese
go.
government's
Continue.
way of lobbying America. Yeah, Genshin Impact,
Yeah.
Chinese lobby. So you still haven't asked why, but I'm going to tell you why. Okay, and the reason is twofold. Number one,
That's Ted Cruz talking.
growing up in Sunday school, I was taught from the Bible. Those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. And from my perspective,
Wow.
I want to be on the blessing side of things. I think so.
That is idiotic.
Bless the government of Israel. Those who bless Israel is what it says. It doesn't say the government blesses the nation. So that's in the Bible. As a Christian, I believe. You had to hit the Bible, dude. One of the really funny responses on Twitter was like, if I name my son Jesus, will you have to worship him like he's the son of God, lest you be damned to hell? You don't understand. It's in the Bible. Tucker, I'll have you know, it's the Bible. That's my answer. Believe that. Where is that? I can find it to you. I don't have the scripture off the tip of my. You pull out the phone and use it. It's in Genesis. Right? So you're quoting a
Tucker can't believe it.
even with the Bible stuff. God damn. Tucker wasn't taking the atheist debate lord position. And the opposition that's just simply bringing up
This is killing me.
as
All
a
right,
talking
let's do
point.
this.
Classic take. Atheist, obviously, but I'm just saying it's like that's a classic atheist move, atheist debate lord move. Context for it, you don't know where the Bible it is, but that's like her theology. It's Bible maxing. What does that even mean?
He's getting crushed.
I want to know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, he's killing him.
Support for Israel come from? Number one, because biblically we're commanded to support Israel, but number two, you're a senator, and now you're throwing out theology, and I am a Christian, and I am allowed to weigh in on this.
Oh my God, this is almost painful to listen to. Oh, yeah, it's laboratory.
What does that mean? We're told those who bless Israel will be blessed. But what? Hold on, define Israel. This is important. Are you kidding? This majority Christian. Can you define Israel? Do you not know what Israel is? I mean, that would be the country you've asked like 49 questions about. So that's what Genesis, that's what God is talking about. Nation of Israel, yes. And he's talking about the current leadership. He's talking about the political entity called Israel. He's talking about the nation of Israel. Yet nations exist, and he's discussing a nation. A nation was the people.
God's discussing a nation. Oh God, this is rough.
Yes, it is. And by the way, it's not run by Benjamin Netanyahu as a dictator. It's
Allowance goes up permanently, but stars give you dice which you'll use in individual adventures. So allowance is better. Oh, stars can go up permanently. I think. I don't know. You have to resist the urge to turn your stars into dice. Yeah, I'm lost. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Money's lost all meaning to me. Definitely don't want this one. So, I'm just gonna do stars. I don't care. Okay, not immediately. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, each time you eat an apple. I like the one where you eat the apples. I think maybe I can usually bypass security doors, one way or another. Uh, Yeah, I mean, I can already turn this room into a security station and add security doors if I want to. Um, but then I just need a utility closet, which usually pops up, and then you never know. I might find her. I might also find a security card or an apple. There should be at least 5 apples or so in the house. Let's do security doors. Come on, start experiment. There we go. Let's put the.
Just like, America is the country run by Donald Trump. No, actually, the American Bible was clear on this. Okay, 1948.
So
The Bible says
stupid.
it. 1948.
All right, I guess we want the classroom.
Also, Jesus walked on water.
Yeah,
Elected them. The same truth. I'm talking about the political entity of modern Israel. Yes, and that is believe that's what God was talking about in Genesis. I do, but that country's existed since when? Thousands of years. Now there was a time when it didn't exist.
God can predict the future, man.
Oh God, I'm enjoying this too much. That's crazy. No, this is wrong. It feels
Yeah, it does feel
it
wrong.
feels up. It's like the worst piece of shit dunking on an even greater piece of shit. Oh, I hate this.
Yeah,
Oh, it feels up. It feels a little up.
it does feel
I
fucked
should
up.
not be deriving this much satisfaction.
Fucked. I
Because
didn't say
know,
cuss.
both
He
of
didn't
you
say
guys
cuss.
are
No,
evil.
no
You know
cuss
what I
words.
mean? I feel so dirty enjoying this
Yeah,
process so much. God damn, Tucker is twisting him like a fucking pretzel.
he is.
Oh
This is
God.
this is
Oh my
crazy.
God. He is just fucking whipping him around. Created just over 70 years ago. I'm saying, dude, every unk in Malaysia is gonna be doing replays of this. They're all diehard Tucker fans now. I'm telling you.
Okay,
Like all
running
the Jackson
shoes,
Eagle fans that live in like Bangladesh, they are now
sledgehammer,
diehard Fetty
four
Tucker Carlson. And
sets of
before people
gems,
send me
and let's
this,
get
oh yeah,
lucky
this is
13,
going
13 gems.
crazy
There we
on
go.
the Muslim
I have
uncles
so
page.
much money right now
Clips
that
from
I
this
might as well just
fucking
buy
back
all
and
the
forth
gems.
is going
But let's not
crazy
do
in
that.
every WhatsApp chat. I'm a Bangladeshi unk and I'm sold already. Okay, make no mistake, Tucker Carlson would destroy you. He would sanction Agar's death and destruction. If you are an unk in Malaysia, Indonesia,
Okay,
Bangladesh, I'm telling you right
since we're
now,
down to 12
Tucker
gems, let's just grab
Carlson
another one. 13. Keep it at 13.
actively celebrate your demise. He is not a friend, he's a foe. Right now, he's cooking. I think most people understand that
Okay, we got.
Genesis,
No, no, no. Ooh, no.
Jewish people, God's chosen people.
Draxus the
That's how it
Dead.
says. Hey, it Israel, but you don't know
No.
where in the Bible it is. So I don't remember the scriptural citation.
Oh, well, whatever.
But
We get the sale. Oh, yeah. That reminds me also that let's fight off Draxus a little bit with this.
I don't know what you're. So you're saying as a Christian, if I believe in Jesus, I have to support the modern state of Israel? I'm not saying that. I'm explaining for me what my motivation is. Okay, so I'm just trying to understand. You said
He's trying to understand.
the modern state of Israel in some place in the Bible that you heard about, but you don't know where it is.
Ouch! Oh, shit.
Lazy feline again. I mean, if you accuse me of anti-Semitism again, I will say that, but I don't think you will. Try to be a little less
Oh,
condescending. I'm
snap.
trying to have a conversation. You're throwing this stuff out, and it's my job to figure out what you're talking about. Okay, when I don't understand, when you're not letting me. Okay, I'm sorry. I want to be polite. Jew here, when the Bible refers to his people Israel, we were taught.
Alright. Do I want to use the passageway now or save it for later?
Thank you for your time.
I think.
Until the Ted Cruz is like, no, you don't understand. The Bible said Israel has to be in apartheid. The Bible said they have to be there and they have to have nukes. It's crazy. And I'm not even paraphrasing. Okay, Genesis 18:47. tell you, okay? Genesis 19:63. In both passages, the Bible says America must do a first strike on Iran alongside the modern Israeli nation state on the Fordow nuclear facility that the Islamic Republic of Iran has built on the side of a fucking mountain. I didn't make it up. I didn't make it up. It's in the Bible. It says in the fine print. It's
All right, I'm gonna throw it on a storeroom. I don't know. I don't know.
But I don't think it is the reason we should. The reason that I'm the leading defender of Israel is because Israel is our strongest ally in the Middle East, an incredibly
Let's do a
important
story.
part of the world, and supporting Israel benefits America. And the clearest illustration of that is what is happening right now. Hold on, let me just make this point, and then I'll just ask what you mean. That's it. Yeah. Iran, I think, the most acute
I just want a
national security
gem.
threat facing America.
There's only 2 gems left in here. Let's just get them.
I think China is the biggest long-term
We bought everything in here. We never need to go to commissary again.
is a nuclear.
And we get another gem from here.
Biblical Israel and the decision to name the 1948 state Israel, a name which was literally among multiple candidates at the World Zionist Congress, or is he just incredibly fucking dumb? I think he doesn't know that.
I shouldn't have put a door here, because I should use the drawing room and I could have re-ruled for free. That was stupid.
Zionism and its inception.
Okay, I don't need to re-rule this. This is a good one. Let's get the courtyard.
Religious seasoning added as a justification for the nation state was put there by secular Jews who do not give a fuck about Judaism.
I got the key card.
So that they could potentially
Nice.
bring
All right.
in support from religious Jews who
I don't have a shovel yet.
directly opposed to the development of a state that was for the Jews. The notion that this is a 3,000-year project is so stupid. There were, and perhaps always throughout history, a far larger number of Christians.
I can shut down the negative steps in the gymnasium with this utility closet. I don't think it makes sense though. I already have the security card. I don't need a utility closet right now.
It has not existed till this moment. It does not exist today.
It's not the right spot for it.
The people that universally back Zionism as a project has always been Christians. Overwhelmingly, you could say
Your package has been delivered.
that believe in Zionism, as opposed to Jews that don't
Tempted,
believe in
but
Zionism, in comparison to Christians. that
let's
believe in
continue
Zionism.
creating a path.
Fair. I don't know what the percentage breakdown would look like within Christianity, but by totality, by numbers, there has never been a f***ing moment on the history of this planet from the inception of Israel, or the inception of the Zionist project,
The den.
at the
Perfect
best
shape
of
for this
developing a
room.
nation state for Jewish people, okay, from Theodore Herzl onwards until this very moment, there's never been a moment where there were more Jews
Mount Holly gift shop.
than Christians.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way. Also, it'll give us a dice roll.
The purpose has always been the same. Zionism
No.
in and of itself, with
Mail
all
room.
of
Yeah,
the,
let's do mail
with
room.
all of the religious associations.
Might give us a shovel. It did give us a shovel. And a metal detector. And a freaking lockpick. God, I love this room. And 3 keys? It's like 4 keys, wasn't it? That's just too much. And 1 gem for good measure. That's insane.
Like 100 years later, will turn around and act as though there was a 3,000-year history here. The Uganda scheme was proposed by British Colonial Secretary Joseph Chamberlain to create a Jewish homeland in the portion of British East Africa. It was presented at the 6th World Zionist Congress in Basel in 1903 by Theodore Herzl, the founder of modern Zionist movement. He presented it as a temporary refuge for Jews to escape rising anti-Semitism in Europe.
The lockpick works. The coat check. Oh, I forgot to put something back in the coat check. No! The coat check has nothing in it, but it should have had the chronograph machine in it.
By pointing to just something that's made up. It is mind-boggling to me. Who cares?
Oh,
man,
God.
shit,
I screwed up.
said so. Well, oops. As I've said before, don't care what people believe in. You believe in you want. As long as it doesn't, your beliefs don't justify doing violence to other people. At which point, I'm out. You can't take away someone else's liberties. You can't take away someone else's rights.
This is a good space spot for a kitchen.
That is literally ethnically cleansing the indigenous population is antithetical to my belief system. So, of course, that's an insane justification. Like, that's ridiculous. The moment where you're like, well,
There's gonna be a porterhouse steak here. A showroom is what we want. We want red rooms so that our tomato soup will be more effective. These bananas are super cheap. Let's just get them. Banana, 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 club sandwich. Full of bananas and club sandwich. There's a coin on the floor or something. Here it is.
Yeah, there are Jews who moved to Palestine before Balfour or even modern Zionism. There's nothing wrong with that. Or anyone moving there for personal, religious, or whatever purpose.
Solarium. I think we want that.
The state is created to exclude and displace rather than exist within the local population. But Israel writers act like hating the latter means you hate the former. Yeah, the idea that like Jews actually came not as a settler colonial enterprise from its inception.
The Draxus the Dead thing is not that bad, actually. I've been avoiding it for a while, but it's actually not that bad to have some dead ends popping up.
As it Palestine, British mandate Palestine was bounty after World War I for defeating the Ottomans, as though this wasn't a deliberate attempt to displace the existing population and then continue its domination, do ethnic cleansing, plan ethnic cleansing, and develop a nation. Like all of this is completely unjustifiable. It wasn't like people were just like, oh yeah, I want to move here, this seems great. And then people were like, no, f you, that's not how this works. That's not the function. If that was the case, there wouldn't be a nation state called Israel right now. It'd be still called Palestine, a diverse, most likely secular nation state that has equal rights and representation for all Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike living inside of its boundaries. And that'd be fantastic. I am in favor of that, of course, obviously.
The reason for that is those did not pose a threat to the United States. I think Iran is markedly different. Number one, the Ayatollah is a religious zealot. He is a lunatic, but a particularly dangerous kind of lunatic because he's driven by religious fervor.
Are you listening to yourself?
Death to Israel, I believe him.
Driven by religious fervor, huh?
Israel has a right to exist in the ways that it does because the Bible told me so. I'm going to unconditionally demand the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians so that the Bible-based Israel can exist in the violent ways that it does. Ted Cruz, 3 seconds later, people who actually get very mad at that sort of stuff and force intervention and say death to America is Palestine are religious extremists, and it's scary. This is chauvinism through and through. The notion that like you can be
Chauvinism, man. Chauvinism. Oh, come on, man.
Back religious extremists, religious fundamentalist countries that are doing an ethnic
Of course,
cleansing, and in the process of like talking about other nation states that also are run by religious fundamentalists, but are
let's use a key.
in a more correct position, a position of self-defense in this process.
Two realms have the same color banner.
Okay.
Is that right? No, that's not true.
Your argument is just on very shaky moral foundations here.
And I think Iran is trying to get a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, there's some kind of combination that makes this a lie.
They would use a nuclear weapon. So you want to ask how does
They all have different colored banners, I think.
right now this tiny little country the size of the state of New Jersey.
Oh my God.
So this here, white, the combination of white and wind or whatever this is, makes green cards lies. I don't know why though. It's confusing.
There's only one religious fundamentalist nation in the fucking desert that has the nuclear striking capabilities of targeting America and all around the world. And it's not fucking Iran. It's Israel, bitch. That's right. There's only one nuclear armed state led by religious fundamentalists that has the capacity to fucking reach America with its nukes. Only one. And that nation, no, not Pakistan, dummy. Pakistan does not have the capacity to reach America. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm using my words very carefully, chatters. Also, would it be considered a desert anyway? They do have nukes.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
so
the most important question. The Prime Minister of Israel just said there have been 2 assassination attempts against a motion of by the Iranians.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very fair question. Maybe you disagree to ask, what are you talking about? Okay. And I agree with you that he misspoke. So there weren't those two attempts?
All right, I think I shouldn't count on the security station at this point. I'm gonna log into the network again, and this time I'm gonna remote terminal access. We're gonna view the active terminals. No, not the office. We're gonna do security terminal. Yes, and I feel like a security office will probably pop up at some point, but we're just gonna do it in advance. So we need the key cards to start popping up. Key cards settings set security level on high. Back. Exit. There we go.
That's conducting a seven-front war with unlimited munitions coming from the United States of America is that the size of the state of New Jersey. If you don't immediately redirect your
Okay, planetarium is a good option here. Let's see it.
Occasionally, what he said that was accurate is that Iran is actively trying to murder Donald J. Trump and has paid hitmen. Okay, but and he was conflating it with the two. I understand. But I just want to pull that thread because it's so important. I voted for Donald Trump. I campaigned for Donald Trump. He's our president, and we're on the cusp of a war. So if there's evidence that Iran paid hitmen to kill Donald Trump and is currently doing that, where is that? What are you even talking? I've never heard that before. Okay, where is the evidence? Who are these people? Why haven't they been arrested? Why are we not at war with Iran? That's a great question to ask. How do you know that that's true? We know that it's true because we have been told that by the military and our intelligence community for the last 2 years. We meaning who? Congress has and the public. I mean, I had multiple testimonies. I can send you testimony and names of the people where this happened or what they tried to do to kill Trump. We have not apprehended an Iranian hitman trying to kill him. We know that Iran is trying to do so. In the United States. Yes, and by the way, Iran,
He's like, what are you talking about?
Headline, and you're acting like everyone knows this. I didn't know that. Iran put out a whole video about murdering Trump. Right, but I've never heard evidence that there are hitmen in the United States. I mean, trying to kill Trump right now. We should have a nationwide dragdown on this, and we should attack Iran immediately. I think that's true. Do you think? No. They're trying to assassinate our president. They have been for 2 years. They are enemies with them. Well, we are trying to take out nuke Tehran. If they're trying to murder our president, there's nothing that you can do that will be murdering Trump. And I'm calling for the use of nuclear weapons against the Ayatollah right now. I'm serious. If they really believe there's the use of nuclear weapons, whatever it is. You don't seem to take
Wow.
seriously. I do. If you think they're trying to murder Trump, we need to stop what we're doing.
All right, there we go. We got a showroom.
Can I ask something?
And we got like a lot of money to spend at the showroom, so we're gonna get all the good stuff here. We're gonna get the moon pendant. We're gonna get the ornate compass. We're gonna get the chronograph. And what the hell? Let's save money and not get the silver spoon, because we have so many steps. But we might come back and grab the silver spoon if we start being in danger of steps. We might grab a silver spoon, but I think we're fine.
I think it's fair to say, in the interventionist movement, you were a vocal defender of the Iraq War. I was a promoter of the Iraq War. And you now, I think you think you were mistaken. I think you were mistaken. That's okay. Look, people change and learn, and that's part of the journey of being human. Your views have moved, though. In my view, gross. By the way, he said no. I promoted it because if you're America first, you want to protect America, and so taking out killing Osama bin Laden was a fantastic. But you don't believe that they're trying to murder Trump? Or yes, I do. Yes, I do. Why are you calling for military action against Iran right now? Because they're not very effective in terms of hitmen.
They're not effective. So we should let it go. So embarrassing. Nice. This is what I've been wanting, is a secret passage. Now with the secret passage, I can get shop rooms. The gold sink. There we go. I don't get this. Oh, come on, man. Damn Mount Holly gift shop.
Oh my god, bro. 1 hour of toasting.
Can I reach around and get new gold plants?
I
It's like eating an ortolan.
Isn't that the same 3 rooms? Mount Holly gift shop, laundry room,
I
locksmith.
am disrespecting God by deriving this much satisfaction from a white nationalist CIA.
It's not fair. Why?
Cookie.
There. Okay, something different.
Worm-like individual. I have yet to watch debate.
God damn it. It's not fair.
Like, this is having the exact opposite of watching a Jubilee piece of content from Jubilee for me. It's crazy. It's been a long ass time since I felt this way watching a debate. I think the last time I felt this way was watching.
I feel like the game knows what I want. It knows what I need right now. It's just refusing to give it to me.
What I'm saying on any military judgment,
The game is just being an asshole.
What are the benefits? In this instance, I think it is enormously in America's interest to do what Israel is doing right now. Take out Iran's senior military leadership and take out their nuclear capacity. That is benefiting America, and it is...
It's crazy because these guys believe 100, like, not 100, obviously, 99% of the same shit, but on this one issue, Tucker Carlson does not agree with him. So I guess, like, maybe this is me coping, but, like, it's 2 maximum white nationalist, racist, possibly anti-Semitic individuals, but one is pro-Israel and one is anti-Israel. So the anti-Israel one is the clear and obvious voice of reason in this situation. I do not believe, for the record, that Tucker Carlson actually called up Trump to apologize. He's not anti-Israel, he's just less pro. No. Tucker Carlson's anti-Israel. Chatter, I think he's definitely anti-Israel. I don't think he's pro-Israel, I'm gonna be honest. There are foreign nations that Tucker Carlson is in favor of. Russia, for example. He's definitely pro-Russia. He's not pro-Israel.
I am happy to highlight the brutality, the oppression, the human rights abuses of regimes, even though I don't want to invade them, because I think the bully pulpit of American leadership is really powerful. And I think dictatorships are terrified. So I've spent 13 years in the Senate. One of the things I do frequently is highlight dissidents in Iran and North Korea and China, in Venezuela. People are being tortured. Miriam Ibrahim in Sudan,
There we go.
who was sentenced to 100 lashes and then to be killed.
This can't be locked.
Being a Christian.
This door can't be locked.
I repeatedly went to the Senate floor and shined a light on the government of Sudan. It was corrupt. It was evil. I practically begged Barack Obama, say her name. Ultimately, I felt that way with the J6 prisoners. Look, yes, and look, there is power to speaking out, and
That's such an insane insertion. I felt that way about the J6 prisoners. It's a psychotic thing to add into this conversation.
It is.
Yeah. 200 lashes is what all the J6 prisoners were getting. It was really fucked up.
when Trump came in, ISIS had a caliphate that had grown up under Obama.
This is a good room, a good area for the Chamber of Mirrors.
Trump came in and utterly decimated them. He killed the terrorists, took away their caliphate, defeated them. And he also took out Baghdadi, the head of ISIS.
Famously.
Yeah, let's throw it down.
Not the absence of an isolationist, but at the same time, isolationist is just a slur designed to control. I mean, I've never been an isolationist. I don't even know what that. Okay, Rand Paul is my colleague. Rand is an isolationist. And Tucker, you've become one, and I don't mean it as a slur. You consistently say, you've said, actually, I wonder
Where's the bookstore? Bookshop, there it is. It just never comes.
Isolationist is. Your newsletter a couple of days ago, you wrote, Iran cannot have a nuclear bomb, and we're hoping to get back to the negotiating table. We will see. There are several people in leadership in Iran who will not be coming back, Trump said following the strikes. It's worth taking a step back and wondering how any of this helps the United States. We can't think in the same way. Okay? That to
I
me,
can redraw and then use the chronograph to dial it back.
case I suspect that he makes in the rest of this argument. But even judging by like what the thing that you just read from your foldable quote that you printed out is
Another observatory?
going to war with Iran
Wow.
is not in the best interests of America. Further destabilization in the region is not in the best interest of America. Getting your notes from Israel and putting Israel in the driving, behind the steering wheel of our ambitions in the region is not a smart thing to do, especially considering that they already have an incredibly costly ethnic cleansing campaign against the Palestinians that is even creating more enmity towards the United States of America in this region and is going to make it even harder to maintain stability in this region with leadership of these countries maintaining some structure of like a monarchy or different forms of autocracies that will always remain stable. Eventually, this will unfold in uncontrollable acts of violence and potential even regime change. America is too short-term focused to think that they can continue death and destruction campaigns in the region in perpetuity and basically destabilize all these places and without considering the potential for blowback, even though it is a country that has experienced blowback in the form of 9/11. Pretty sure agreeing with Tucker Carlson is the first sign of an apocalypse. I think his major reason for isolationism, I assume, is because he doesn't want immigrants to come to the country. Like he's taking like an Oregonian abolitionist.
Okay, I can rotate the casino, and then it will give me access to the foundation.
Anti-slavery state because they didn't want black people to be in the
Ba-da,
state. You know, it's kind of like that. Instead of just the old
ba-da,
attitude
ba-da,
of like not invading Mexico,
ba,
America
ba, ba,
had
ba,
so
ba,
many
ba,
too many
ba, ba,
Mexicans that
ba,
want to live with
ba,
all these
ba, ba,
Mexicans.
ba.
It's there have been isolationist right wingers in the past that think that more war means more refugees, more brown people coming here. Here's the thing. I
Oof, man, I got so much money.
about the popular resentment against
Let's
the
wager
Trump
100 coins. I've never got to do that before.
wants to get ahead of the wave and is no longer
Woo, 50-50 chance of getting a red and getting nothing.
therefore doesn't have the same career ambitions, or he
2
is
free spins.
isolationist
That's the
because
best
he
you can
doesn't
do.
want the destabilization,
Let's do another one.
the immigration that takes place after the destabilization.
Is the essence of isolationism. And then let me just ask you, when the Ayatollah chants death to America, I believe him. Do you not believe him? Do you think he doesn't mean it when he says death to America? I think he hates America. For sure.
Well, I got one more opportunity.
He's willing to act on it. It's not just hate America. He also is leaving.
Like, notice how the difference between me and Tucker Carlson is if someone were to be like, oh, well, this person said he hates America. Do you love that? I'd be like, I think there's pretty valid reasons for this, for anyone over there to hate America. You hate Iran.
Holy crap.
Significantly less to America than vice versa. It's weirder that you can hate Iran than the average Iranian hating America. That's what
I'd only get 100 coins from getting 4 crowns, so that was amazing. I just wish that I had something I could do with all this money.
Iran has routinely fought against
If I can get a freezer right now, I would definitely jump on that. I don't know why, though. Like, what would I even do with the money at this point?
I would describe myself in the same way you falsely described yourself in this conversation. Falsely? Yes, false. What did I say false? You said that the only thing that matters in a foreign policy decision is whether it helps the United States. I didn't say the only, I said the predominant, but that's what I understood. Okay, so let me revise what you said and apply it to myself and say the only thing that matters is whether or not it serves the United States. And I feel very stunned by what happened in Iraq, if I'm being honest. That's possibly because, unlike you, I guess, I supported it. And I saw us get drawn into it in a way that nobody anticipated, and I saw the cost, just about $3 trillion. And the cost on so many levels to the United States was just so profound, and I literally was saying, gosh, Iran had to be able to control the telephone in 1914, saying, my men will be back by the time it leaves Turkey. And of course, that destroyed Christian Europe. So it's like you don't really know where these things are going once they're shooting.
What a way to frame that. What now?
No, in 1914, saying, my men will be back by the time it leaves Turkey. And of course, destroy Christian Europe. So it's
Bro, he's such a psycho supremacist. Like, World War I destroyed Christian Europe and led the further destruction of Christian Europe because of World War II, where countries that are supposed to be unified are at war with one another. I say in the absence of these war that Europe would have maintained this like Christian supremacist attitude. How are you still cooking this, brother? How many times do you get to see a porky little succulent pig right on the barbecue getting toasty? Like, how many instances do you think we get to watch Ted Cruz get
It's so
hammered,
dark.
but in a way that is actually pleasing to the eyes? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna savor this because Ted Cruz right here, from my perspective,
This is such a waste of time. It's like nothing's happening. I'm never gonna get the bookshop. It's never coming.
he is not just speaking for Ted
Maybe the
Cruz.
bookshop can't come until you've reset the library. Is that what it is? That would at least make sense. But now I've reset the library, right? So now the bookshop should be able to come again.
The only reason why this happened is because Ted Cruz thought he was going into a non-hostile territory.
But my point is, we're at the time. I mean, I've taken so many different positions over the years, some of which have been wrong. I really do my best to be honest and correct if they're and admit that I was wrong. And one of these people is like, I've always been consistent. And when my views change all the time, because the facts change all the time. And you're not getting consistency from me. You're only getting sincerity. Well, look, I will say this, and look, I believe you're sincere. Yeah, but it's watching trying to find the right and I think because you believe you were mistaken, and I agree. Previously, I think you overcorrected. I'm worried about turning this mess into a much larger mess.
I should have 2 dice before I go out. I'm thinking about going out to the thing.
No, they didn't. Facts didn't change. Your career ambitions did. Would you consider Tucker an isolationist? Not even. It's just, I don't even think he is. I'm sure these guys would never actually like anti-war, right? I would never say that they're anti-war, for example. I wouldn't even say he's isolationist because most of these guys will do this indecent thing. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene does this, where they'll say, this is not a war worth waging. If you're left as you believe, no war but class war.
This is my last. I'm in some trouble here. I don't really want an observatory, but screw it. I guess it's fine.
There are wars, oftentimes imperial ambitions,
Yeah,
imperial
let's do it.
that is worthwhile. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, for
Okay.
example, saying, why are we doing all this in the Middle East? Well, why are we giving so much money to Ukraine?
We got a sale. Really did not need that. We got the key. We got the Flora Borealis. Didn't need that either, but you know, what can you do?
Is with China. At the domestic front, the war worth waging for Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Because I have 2 observatories. Oh yeah, I see what I can do here. Alright, I'm good.
Radicals, right? People who don't mind that America is a diverse nation. And ultimately,
You don't seem to be able to pick this locked door. Okay. So let's just use the key then.
Ironically enough, I believe that Ted Cruz, Donald Trump, and the Democratic
Okay,
Party
boudoir is acceptable.
Tucker Cruz on the notion that
Highly acceptable.
that must be waged is against
Got
China.
dice.
I think that
Got
there's
gem.
different methods of how to wage said war.
Did I get multiple boudoirs this game?
Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson. Okay, guys, I'm on almost 9 hours here. Okay, calm down.
Yeah, 2 boudoirs. I have 2 boudoirs.
I said the wrong name. Haha, I mixed their names.
Read that. I don't have independent confirmation one way. Do you think that they should take him out? So I actually talked about it. As you know, I do a podcast every week, Verdict with Ted Cruz, and I actually talked about it in the last podcast. So I said, you've seen the reporting that says that Trump asked them not to take out the Ayatollah. And what I said in the podcast is, I think it's reasonable for them to decide not to try to take him out. What they've done is targeted just about the entire.
I put my head down for like 20 seconds, and there's still more spamming Tucker Cruz in the chat. That's crazy. Y'all are so wonderful. What is happening? Also, yeah, you guys noticed that plug? Tucker Cruz did a plug on the Ted Carlson show.
I can see an argument that taking out both the head of state and a religious leader could make him a martyr and could cause more problems than it's worth. And by the way, if you take out the Ayatollah, I don't know if the next guy isn't just as bad. And so, what happens to the country?
Where am I?
I
All right.
know, but you mentioned before.
What am I doing?
You
All
said
right.
something
Oh
like,
my god.
We're gonna go get a thingy over here.
Oh my god, I almost said Ted Carlson again. Tucker Carlson almost by accident mentioned what happens to the country, as in, for a brief moment, we almost got them to think about the civilian death toll. Just for a moment. 1 hour and 26 minutes.
I think what we want is a trading post.
First time that they talk about the population of Iran.
Still doesn't have water in it.
Or any of these countries that America is like bombing or facilitating the death and destruction of. Almost. We got this close, and they're moving on.
I think the regime was teetering. I think it might have fallen. I would use economic sanctions.
One pendant would give me a silver key, or an 8 compass would give me an allowance token. That's kind of interesting. At the end of the day, I could do that.
I don't know the population.
Chronograph gives me a prism key,
You don't know the population.
and a key aid gives me 4 ivory dice. That sounds good. Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't sit around memorizing population tables. Well, it's kind of relevant because you're going for the overthrow of the government. Well, why is it relevant whether it will be 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that? You don't know anything about the country. I didn't say I don't know anything about the what's the ethnic mix. They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay. You don't know anything about Iran. So,
What is a hall pass?
Cinema. In this day and age, I don't think this tanks people's candidacy ever. Like, I don't think this will hurt the support that Ted Cruz receives. But it's such a fantastic.
Let's do it. Let's get the hall pass. I don't know what that is.
The absolute depravity of American politicians that basically talk about death and destruction over there without even knowing basic facts about the people whose death sentence that they're signing off on.
Yeah.
This isn't to make it so that, like, if Ted Cruz knew off the
Always
top as
drafted from an adjoining hallway. Do not cause gems to draft.
the
Ugh.
very fact that he doesn't know
I don't
makes
like
it
that.
all that more damning. Like, I wouldn't be on board with Ted Cruz saying that that he'd be on board with, like, regime change.
Let's trade this for a secret garden key. That sounds good.
With American weapons, if he knew the exact number, the ethnic demographic breakdown
Okay.
of Iran, the fact that he doesn't know makes it so much worse.
Sure. So, do you think the Ayatollah could murder both of us right now that he would? I do. I believe it, okay? I assume no good faith on the part of the Ayatollah. And if your implication is like, it's not good faith. Ayatollah. No, it's not good faith. It's that saying, you're a lawmaker, you're a powerful person.
Like, the answer here is a lot of people would want us dead. Do you think we should do targeted first strikes on a nation of 92 million people as punishment? Like, Nazis want me dead. I wouldn't advocate to kill them and their families. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I do the opposite. I advocate for them to have health care, regardless.
We should be very careful about entering into more foreign wars that we don't want.
Ugh.
When you say country,
I don't even know what I'm doing.
look, yes, focus on our country. I'm all for it. But the naive.
All right, we're gonna stop the recording here. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye bye. Stop.